Brian Kemp signed the so-called fetal heartbeat bill.
I'm telling you this because I'm genuinely really scared for women and girls all over this country.
But our job is to do what is right, not what is easy.
Most women don't know that they're pregnant. By the time in Georgia, they would have already outlawed the procedure.
Georgia's fetal heartbeat law, which bans abortion as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy, or just a week or two after a woman discovers her period is late, let alone that she's pregnant, was signed into law Tuesday by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp. Now, while many feel this law is medieval, and rightfully so, what I noticed in response was a sense of dubiousness about how severely women will be punished if abortion is made illegal. This startled me, considering that despite Roe versus Wade, women are still consistently punished while Americans engage in an ugly fight for control over what a woman can do with her body or cannot.
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
Need an example? Well, here are several, courtesy of Jessica Valenti on Twitter. In March 2004, a Utah woman was charged with murder after one of her twins was stillborn. Authorities charged the 28-year-old woman, saying she exhibited a depraved indifference to human life. This coming because she declined to have a C-section. Another example dates back to 1990 when a 27-year-old cancer patient at George Washington University Medical Center was 26 weeks pregnant. The question arose whether she would go under a C-section, as it may put her further at risk due to her condition. Her doctors doubted the fetus was viable yet, and the patient was too heavily medicated to make her own wishes clear. Her family, however, said she would not want surgery that would probably shorten her life. But fearing legal liability if it made no effort to save the fetus, the hospital sought a judicial ruling. Permission was granted, they performed the procedure, and both the mother and baby died. In Iowa, Christine Taylor was charged with attempted feticide after she fell down the stairs at home. Taylor, already a mother of two, was treated by a nurse at a private hospital and deemed fine, but she confided to the nurse that she was scared and wasn't sure if she wanted to continue the pregnancy as her husband recently left her. The nurse reported this to the doctor, who then called the police, which is when Christine Taylor found herself arrested and sent to jail for admitting uncertainty about her pregnancy and fear about raising 3 children on her own. And these are just a select few of hundreds upon hundreds of examples where the United States justice system, in spite of Roe versus Wade, limits women's freedom, all of which demonstrates that even in a post-Roe versus Wade world, women's bodies are still policed by a system that insists a woman's personhood comes second to the pregnancies they carry. I mean, listen, on its own, this draconian bill, as John Oliver has dubbed it, is an example of how many on the right seek to take this country back to a time where women's rights were secondary to the wants and needs of middle-aged white dudes with their pro-life agenda. But when you consider that the above instances all happened in spite of Roe versus Wade, it is truly horrifying, and exactly why we must do everything possible to oppose it. For more on this, come over to my Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell. Would love to know what you have to think. You can support independent media right here. Did you like this video? Then great. Never miss another breakdown video by hitting the subscribe button below and ring the bell to get notified whenever we publish a new video.